Hi, this is, I believe, part 12 of The Laughing Muslim. He tries to present, the Muslim says to me, he says this, he says, okay. Here is your first lie. Volume 4, Book 52, number 220. Narrated by Abu Huraira. Allah's Apostle said, quote, I have been sent with the shortest expressions bearing the widest meanings, and I have been victorious with terror. Cast in the hearts of the enemy. Terror cast in the hearts. So it's an emotional act, not physical. Why you deliberately removed it? Liar! Takia? Oh, so instead of killing them, he was saying boo? I'll continue. This is Ishaq 580. This is Ishaq 580. Quote, our strong warriors obey his orders to the letter. By us, Allah's religion is undeniably strong. You would think when our horses gallop with bits in their mouths that the sounds of demons are among them. Yeah, I bet they were. The day we trod down the unbelievers, there was no deviation or turning from the apostles' order. During the battle, the people heard our exhortations to fight and the smashing of skulls by swords that sent heads flying. We severed necks with a warrior's blow. Does a neck get severed when someone says boo? Or does the sword have to be involved to get a neck, make a head fly? Just wondering. Well, anyway, this is Tabari 9, verse 123. Quote, Muhammad sent an expedition to Ghalib and to the land of the Banu Murrah. The raid on Amir and Abi was sent to the valley of Edom. Another by Aslami was sent to Gaba. And Ibn al-Rahman was ordered by the messenger to lead an army to the seashore. Now this is Tabari 9 verse 69 says, quote, he who believes in Allah and his messenger has protected his life and possessions from us. In other words, if you're a Muslim, you're protected. As for those who disbelieve, in other words, those who don't want their patooties up in the air 5 times a day, every day, on prayer rugs, to keep from paying the jizya tax, as for those who disbelieve, we will fight them forever in the cause of Allah. Killing them is a small matter. Killing them is a small matter to us. Oh, and this is Bukhari, Volume 5, Book 59, number 516, goes like this. When Allah's apostle fought or raided people, we raised our voices saying, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, none has the right to be worshipped but Allah. Tabari 7 verse 10 says, in Ramadan, 7 months after the Hijrah, Muhammad entrusted a white war banner to Hamza with the command of 30 immigrants. Their aim was to intercept a Quraysh caravan. By the way, do you still think I don't have a source to reveal this evil of Mr. Pubba? I can certainly go on. It's just the tip of the satanic iceberg, and anyone can look those sources up on the net and see why 45 British Islamic medical doctors tried to destroy 2 Scottish airports in 2007, to name just a few. So, do you want me to continue going on, sir? Good. So let us discuss your source one by one, shall we? Sure. Be my guest. Be my guest. But I'll continue. Okay. Ishaq 281. Quote, the raid on Waddan was the first Maghazi invasion. The expedition of Harith was second. They encountered a large number of Quraysh in the Hizaz. Abu Bakr composed a poem about the raid. Quote, "When we called them to the truth, they turned their backs and howled like bitches. Allah's punishment on them will not tarry. I swear by the Lord of the camels, Allah, that I'm no perjurer. A valiant band will descend upon the Quraysh. Allah's punishment on them will not tarry. I swear by the Lord of camels, Allah, that I am no perjurer. A valiant band will descend upon the Quraysh, which will leave their women husbandless. It will leave men dead, with vultures wheeling around. It will not spare the infidels." This, then the Ishaq 286 says, "Then the apostle went raiding in the month of Rabi al-Awwal, making for the Quraysh. Then he raided the Quraysh by way of Dinar." Tabari 7:11. In this year the messenger entrusted to Sa'd white war banner for the expedition of Karar. Sa'd said, quote, "I set out on foot at the head of 20 men. We used to lie hidden by day and march at night until we reached Kar on the 5th morning. The caravan that had arrived in the town day before. There were 60 men with it." Tabari 7:11 then continues. The messenger of Allah went out on a raid so as far as Wadan, searching for Quraysh. "Your first source was a concoction of your lying brain. Ha 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 ha! No answer? Let's go to the second line." 8:12. Remember thy Lord, inspire the angels with this message. "I am with you. Give firmness to the believers. I will instill terror into the hearts of the unbelievers. Smite ye above their necks, and smite all their fingertips off of them." The verse is talking about the angels. Another massive failure. Al-Quran 8:12. Al-Hafaz. Spoils the word, Buti. Again, you don't believe the Hadith? This is from the Hadith. Or are you going to say you are a Quran-only Muslim? Which is it? So, yeah, I'll continue here. Alright. "Can you not understand English? I said, quote, the entire text, and we will discuss the text properly to see if you are not lying. Is that not hard to understand? Quote Bukhari 4, Book 52, number 220. In its entirety, and let's discuss it, shall we?" Ha ha ha! You just want us to bombard with your lies, hoping that you can redeem yourself with all these lies. Let's start discussing them one by one. Is that hard to understand? Ha 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 ha! How are they lies? You don't believe in the Hadith? Are you Shiite? I thought Sunnis believed in the Hadith. You know? Do the Sunnis believe in the Hadith or not? You don't believe what I'm reading? I'll continue here. This is Tabari 7 verse 15. Expeditions led by Allah's messenger. In this year, according to all Sirah writers, the messenger personally led the Ghazwa of Alwa. A Ghazwa is an Islamic invasion in Allah's cause, consisting of an army unit led by the Prophet himself. He left Sa'd in command of Medina. On the raid, his banner was carried by Hamza. He stayed out for 15 days and then returned to Medina. The messenger went to Ghazwa at the head of 200 of his companions. Now the second source was a disgusting misquotation. Which one was? Post the surah or saying, please. Well, I'll continue, okay? This is Ishak 2:68. Yeah. This is Ishak 2:68. Says, quote, "Meanwhile, the apostle sent Sa'd on the raid of Abu Awakas. The prophet only stayed a few nights in Medina before raiding Ushara and then Kurz. Then Bukhari, volume 5, book 57, number 57, the apostle said, quote, 'Tomorrow I will give the flag to a man whose leadership Allah will use to grant a Muslim victory.' Then this is Bukhari 5, volume 5, book 59, number 568. 569 says, quote, 'I fought in 7 Ghazwa battles along with the Prophet and fought in 9 Maghazi raids in armies dispatched by the Prophet.'" Anyway, how am I taking this out of context? This is Quran 8:67, quote, "It is not fitting for any prophet to have prisoners until he has made a great slaughter in the land." And how about this one? This is Quran 7. This is Quran 7, verse 3, quote, "Little do you remember my warning. How many towns have you destroyed as raids by night? Our punishment took them suddenly while they slept for their afternoon rest. Our terror came to them. Our punishment overtook them." Are you sure it's not Mr. Pubba doing and talking here and not Allah? Again, where have I misquoted? Where have I misquoted? You know? Then he says, "Ha ha ha! Quote the text, quote the entire text, and you will see your lies. Ha 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 ha!" You know, where am I lying? You know, I mean, does he not? You know. Anyway, I say this. Oh, you mean if you read further, it will contradict this part of the hadith? Really? How come I think you are taqiyya-ing? "Let's discuss your lies, one by one. Ha ha ha! Why bombard us with your unreliable lies? Let us discuss them one by one. First, let us discuss Bukhari, volume 4, book 54, number 220. Question: Why you removed the phrase, quote, cast in the hearts of the enemies? Answer, please. Copy and paste. Ha 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 ha." I couldn't name my source? Are you sure? What about all those volumes and stuff I was putting? Those are, how am I not, those, you don't believe them? Oh, okay, I'll continue here. This is Bukhari, volume 9, book 87, number 127. Quote, the Prophet said, "I've been given the keys of eloquent speech and given victory with terror." Ishak 5:17. Khaybar was stormed by the Apostles' squadron, fully armed, powerful and strong. It brought certain humiliation with Muslim men in the midst. We attacked, and they met their doom. Muhammad conquered the Jews in fighting that day as they opened their eyes to our dust. Tabari 8:116. Ishak 5:11. So Muhammad began seizing their herds and their... How about the Muslims of Hungary? They were all exiled and massacred when King Frederick wanted all the Hungarians to be Christians. How about the American Indians?